Good afternoon. It is September the 7th, 2017. We'll kick it off with our standard disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trade has not been executed, results may be under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, we came in this morning wanting to sell 69s to 71s and to buy 59s to 61s. And 875 was the high right there, so we just came in. And again, we with the hurricane and everything else that's going on right now, we just see a trading range, and that's pretty much what it turned out. So your retest failure trades in trading range markets are the best that you get. And the good trading right here this morning, this trade right here, you weren't out of that trade till that bar right there, and could have waited for over here. So again, the trades are there. You just have to be patient. You have to let them go and let the market come to you in a trading range environment. I imagine we're going to see the same thing tomorrow. I don't see much of a chance for an improvement. So I have an outside day today, and it says trading range on the F1 screen. Tomorrow's news, wholesale trade up 0.4. Baker Hughes rig count probably be lower than last week's because of the hurricanes. Have a B pattern. So right now we got a seller into 70, and we got a buyer against 55. Just not a whole heck of a lot to work with. Tomorrow's news should not be a factor. So 68.70, sell 1. 74.76, sell 2. On the buy side, we'll keep our 59.61, 55.57. Expecting more of the same. But you did have this information in your hands early in the session, timely enough to make enough money and have a work away on your business plan. We pride ourselves on the fact that we're before the fact, and most of the time we can be there. Our methodology is set. Trending markets that move like crude, gold, Euro, we like the B's and the S's. On the note, the bond, and the E-mini, we like the retest failure trade the best. It gets us closer to the edge, and because of the lack of liquidity, we need to get as close to the edge as we can get. There's probably something afoot in treasuries that we don't know about just yet. I don't know what it is. Higher low, higher high. Find a place to buy it. We are at resistance. Last rotate up stopped at 20, so I'm guessing with the hurricane tomorrow that probably trading range. 19 to 23, sell 1, sell 2, 27 to 31. On the buy side, 9 to 13, 1 to 5. That's where we were this morning. We were 1 to 5. Did not get to it. Hope everybody is having fun. This should be fun. Even if you do get whacked, it should be fun. I mean, think about how you'd feel after a couple of months. You'd feel pretty damn good if every trade you put on was a winner. I mean, would you want to do that the Groundhog Day. My guess is that you probably wouldn't. You'd hire it out, right? Go find something else to do to amuse yourself or to stay busy. And we don't realize, oh yeah, I'd like to have that problem figuring out what to do if every trade I put on was a winner. But think about it. When things became too mundane before, too predictable, where you ended up. I've got a trading range tomorrow for treasuries. Didn't see a lot of correlation today between treasuries and the E-mini. Higher low, higher high, find a place to buy it. We're in new territory up here. F1. So we'll make 54, 56, sell 1. That's where resistance is. 59, 61, sell 2. On the buy side, 48 to 50 buy 1. And then 43, 45 buy 2. Crude oil. One of the concepts that I really key off of a lot is resistance number 1, resistance number 2. And the trade we were able to pull off this afternoon was based on that idea. And we had resistance at 7. And you could have sold 5s, and then we had this high at 14. Excuse me, at 15. And so the 13 came in 2 ticks below that 15 high. And we were hoping to make a dime. We got down to, I think 3 or 4. We didn't make our trade. And then we opted out at 8. So we got we had a nickel on it, and leaving at 8 was the trade. We got down to 7 right here, but this was number 1 resistance, and this was number 2. And we took the personality of our contract, which if you really want to fill, come 3 ticks inside of it. Usually you can fill coming 2 ticks inside it. We got a little bit lucky right here. The high of that rotation was 13, but it went bid at 13, so we were able to fill that particular trade. So you might want to print this chart and keep it in mind. Trading crude oil. Yesterday I took us out early. We could have gotten a dime yesterday. I think we got 7 or 8 cents yesterday. Today we got a nickel, and both trades worked, pretty close to as expected. I don't think the draw in gasoline was big enough or bullish enough to turn this market around. So we're really looking at a seller at 50 and a buyer below 47. And we're closer to the top end of the range. Inside day to day tells you to find a place to trade it. And definitely have a B. Had a seller above 49.17, and we did not get down to that high volume number down here at 48.62. So didn't get stops below 75. So we'll just keep the same numbers we had, 25 to 50, sell 1. 79, 75 to 50 even, sell 2. Because it's a B, I think we might go a little bit lower, so we'll go 50 to 75. You say, oh great, I'm buying into lows. You are, but you know, getting stops is what the play is for. So we have some structural support there, so not the end of the world. Got something to lean against. I know, gulp. Use your F5 screen. Use your pain number 2 on your F4 and you'll be fine. Doesn't guarantee a winner, but you can see what's happening to you. You know, where does angst and anxiety come from? It really comes from not knowing what to do. And our information feed or flow is good because you know exactly what to do when you look at the empirical objective data that's coming across. And that's got to give you some confidence to be able to do this. It's not perfect. Can't have a winner on every trade. But again, if you had a winner on every trade, I think over time you'd probably lose interest in doing this. You'd try to find a way to figure it out, to farm it out. Draghi spoke today, and Draghi had his usual effects. We know when Yellen speaks or Draghi speaks that the initial reaction of the market from the news algos is going to be the theme of the talk. There's going to be a whipsaw because first they giveth and they taketh away. And so we're going to get that counter move, but we know based on the initial direction, that first move, from which side to trade. And that worked out pretty well for us today. So you can know what to do, and you can know how to protect yourself and not get in a lot of trouble. And it's, again, I'm telling you, you have enough skill that you can do this. 40 to 50, sell 1. 75, sell 2. Don't know if I'd want the 75s. But Draghi's shot is what? I mean, what's he going to do? Pick up the mic or the phone or make a speech tomorrow saying, oops? Probably not. 120 even, buy 1. 75, buy 2. So the news is out. It's on the table. Probably can operate with some impunity at our levels. And that's it for the September the 9th, 2017. How about the 7th, September the 7th, not the 9th. I'll see bright and early in the morning. Y'all have a great evening, and we'll see if we can't shake that money tree again in the morning.